or one. I don't know the
Yeah, as long as that's it just matters to have like a somewhere to clip.
Snap. Yeah, that's good. Here we are.
Ready?
What number is this again?
4.
Number 4. We're still here.
We're still here.
Hey,
Number 4.
I'm excited.
Welcome to
7 degrees of funny. Woo! That works.
Podcast. Yeah.
And coming right hot out of the gates of a good.
We had a Killer Mike.
Killer Mike, BTB Comedy. Shout out Olivia and Delicia. We got there a little late. It was packed out.
But we weren't even that late.
We were on time. It was like, what time was it?
We were 10 minutes before it started, and we were down to the 20 down.
There were so many people and comedy people, comics and friends I hadn't seen in a long time. It was fun.
And there was a lot of new people trying new stuff.
And that's always good. I'm always supportive of that. However, there were some disparaging words spoken about Florida and specifically Seville Quarter.
From the guys from New Jersey.
Yeah.
Or was it just one guy?
No, it was like 4 friends or maybe 5, and they were funny, but the last guy...
Are they all from Jersey, though?
I don't know. The last guy's bit was from Jersey. He started strong. He finished on some experimental, non-funny stuff, but we all do that sometimes.
Yeah, open mic.
Yeah, open mic. But then half the crowd, and I gotta say, by the way, the ones that stuck in there were troopers. There were like 28 comics or something. I don't know, but there were a lot because I was number 27.
Dude.
Yeah, but then, hey, the guys left. Me and some other comics were kind of sad about that because I wanted to see them when I told the jokes that I wrote about them sitting on the bench, and I'm sure you did too because you did really well, and a couple of other guys that were last. All in good fun, but it was fun. I wish I could have heard it.
It went forever, though.
Which
was awesome.
It did went forever. There was a lot of comics.
It felt good that it went long.
I know. I love it. And I wanted a cigarette so bad, but I also wanted to support a new comic because I remember how devastated it would make me. And now I know it's nothing personal if you don't sit during my set. But, when you're new, and that means a lot, I don't want to sit for my new fellas and ladies sets, or maybe a friend of mine I'd seen in a while.
I like listening to someone's new set.
Yeah, new set.
I like
new jokes.
The next time I'm going to listen to your set again, but if you do the same set as last week, I'm not going to listen to the next one. I'm going to wait a couple weeks, and then I'm going to be like, hey, is it any different? And if it's not, I'm probably going to wait like a month before I'm like, all right, let's go check it out.
And that's okay.
Not like I'm keeping tabs. It's just like...
And that's why I like to go to different towns and different states because
I need that.
You can hone your bits and not necessarily... I know we shouldn't care what comics think, but when it's all comics, I'm forced to do stuff that makes me interested and hopefully gets their attention because they're the only audience a lot of times. Somebody was bummed out about doing comedy in front of comics. I said I'd be bummed out almost all the time. So it builds your thicker skin, I think.
Yeah, it makes you funnier, maybe.
It's like basketball, like I was saying. Like, you're not ever going to get any better playing with guys that are worse than you. But I never got any better playing with guys that were better than me. I just sucked.
I was that way with basketball. I could practice, and I had friends who were really good, and they would help me. And I would be like, it's just not getting any better.
It's all right. You got to know your limitations. I know mine. I got a lot of limitations, but it's all right.
I thought it was a great mic.
I did too. Everybody did well.
There were a lot of dogs in there.
A lot of dogs in there. There were. I'm assuming they're service animals now, but you can just slap a harness on them, and everybody will assume that. Nobody's going to check your service animal credentials. I've not seen that happen. Maybe it should.
A lot of service dogs being carried.
Exactly. They're being serviced.
They're being serviced.
How are you going
to
That's meta, I think, or just stupid.
Services.
It is.
Service.
I don't need any services. I don't need to be servicing any animals. I got too many at the house.
How's your dog doing?
Good. Good. It loves me and the girls. My teenage and 20-year-old daughter. They're jealous because it doesn't love them that much. It just needs a break from all the estrogen. It senses I'm a boy.
It senses that you're not all me like they are.
It's true. I love you, Haley and Olivia. But it's me. I love them. I love my kids, and they love me too, for real.
Yeah, you're a giving person.
Well, thank you. And I was about to say they love me, especially when I drop like Venmo them several $100. It makes them love me more.
Yeah,
I'm a giving
like
person.
that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
Like,
well, I wasn't around
I
a whole
love
lot.
him more,
Yeah.
not less. They don't love you less.
That's right.
Is
And
that-
now they see me all the time, and not just every other weekend. They know I'm a cool dad, but I love them. I'm winging it. I'm not the best dad, but I'm making up for it with money, like you should.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
That's how you show love.
I think so.
That's how they want
I
the
think
love
so.
to be
Yeah.
shown.
Yeah. You don't want no scrub.
Yeah.
Your
You don't
dad.
want no like fishing trip with your dad. You want to just just throw me a hundo,
So
daddy
boring.
o.
I know. I don't want to go hunting or fishing. I mean, no offense.
You know what quality time is? You giving me money.
Yeah, it is, and I give them massages and pedicures, manicures. I think about it sometimes too, but I'm not gonna think too hard. Here's some money, just do what you want. And I spend time with them, and we spend time together, and that's what life's all about. You spend time with your family too. It's a slippery slope from doing this too much, but when your kids get my age, they love you, you love them, you'll see them every day, or every other day, and then.
Well, we were talking about this earlier, right now, it's a lot of guiding. You're trying to teach them how, but I don't even think about the end game where you can just hang out.
They're just your pal, and it's way cooler.
Yeah, when they're older.
Yeah, you can talk to that you'll see. I miss them when they were younger, but it's cool to kind of hang out and we don't just talk about comedy a lot, but sometimes my youngest daughter punches up my jokes.
Really?
It's
No,
good.
she helps out?
Yeah, she helps out. Yeah. And she tells me what not to wear sometimes.
How does she come to one? Come to a show?
I've told her to. I've tailored a set specifically with no cum, no buttholes, none of that nasty stuff.
That's going to be a terrible set,
Yeah,
dude.
it's going to be all about...
You need a good bomb.
I do. I'm due for a good bomb. Maybe tonight, we'll see. I won't name any names, but I love a lot of guys and gals with mics out there. I'm going to do one tonight. But hey, I'm due for a bomb. How do you feel about that? You've done well the past several times.
I did good last night.
You did really good
last night. And then
I posted that clip.
Yeah.
You did good. You shut down those Jersey boys. And like I said, hey, Jersey's brought us Bon Jovi, Bruce Springsteen, Jersey Shore, everything horrible that and these guys were no exception or no. Yeah, is that right? Yeah.
No exception.
No exception. Yeah. Whatever. Yeah.
I don't know. I only have a ninth grade education.
Yeah. Who cares? That's so obsolete.
Yeah.
They never taught me anything I needed.
You look like you're just trying your hardest to
show my
the cameras.
balls. I know. I like
every podcast you're on, you're like, please, ladies.
I know. I mean,
somebody look in here and look at my balls.
We were just talking. I'm doing the girls on Fox News. Here we go. Yeah, cover up my cougar. We were just talking about being in Florida, man. You got shorts on. I can't not wear shorts, even if it's 30 degrees out here. It just feels like you got to do this in Florida.
You wear a hoodie and some shorts.
Shorts and a hoodie.
Yeah.
That's my favorite outfit. What's yours? Shorts and hoodie. You said it first. I copied you.
But anyways, we're gonna be going to. We were gonna go to a mic tonight, but then a bunch of
I don't know what happened.
Comics.
Yeah, it was canceled. I heard, but that's okay. That happens sometimes.
I wish we could have recorded earlier, but
I know. But
life happens.
And life happens, and good venues like we were talking. It's hard to find a place that will continually support comedy unless it benefits them monetarily solely.
Yeah.
You got to be in it for the long haul. I think with comedy, you got to build and nurture.
It's got to be an owner who's about comedy.
About comedy,
because it takes a while to build a crowd for it, because it's hard to get out there. Really, even if you're advertising.
Yeah.
I always paying for advertising, and you still wouldn't get any traction.
I know. That's but I've heard other people say that.
But then you go out and people are like, "Oh, there's comedy in Pensacola. I never knew that there was even comedy."
I know, and it makes you wonder which one of those. Half of those people are probably the ones that are oh, Lamar, when's your next show? I want to go.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, bitch, it's been posted. My April and May
I can
shows
see
are
on
posted
TikTok
on
that
every...
you viewed the videos that I'm doing.
You looked at it, bitch. Here's the screenshot. I love that. I love the idea. I probably wouldn't do it because I'm a pacifist. I've tried to be, but
they're just loving from a distance, like this far from their thumb hitting the like.
Yeah, it's called low key hating. In Mississippi, we say, we'll pray for you. That means fuck you. Bitch.
Bless your heart.
Bless your heart. We'll pray for you.
Yeah.
That means get fucked.
Yeah.
We hate you.
No, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't. I'm just
kidding. We think you can do better. That's what it means.
Exactly. It means you could punch up and you've been punching down, pal.
You've been punching.
Taking the easy route, right?
I think so.
I do too. Do F word stuff. My specialty. No, if you do it in the right way, maybe sometimes. I don't know. I'm only 7 degrees of funny. I don't take any responsibility yet because I'm not funny yet. I'll just tell you what works for me and what works for you is being ourselves, right?
I don't know if...
sometimes it works.
Sometimes it works, but I don't know if it's worked for me. I just go up there and I'm like, I'm going to be...
You're funny every time.
I just pretend to be a different comedian that signed up on the open mic. I don't know who it is.
Yeah.
I just look at a name and I'd be like, all right, I'm Neil tonight. I don't know who Neil is, but I'm Neil tonight.
That's a good way to do it.
And then I'm up there. I'm just like, you know what? I'm Neil tonight. I'm not Lamar.
That's
I'm
right.
Neil.
Ooh.
Neil's bombing tonight.
That's right.
Yeah, it's called multiple personality disorder.
I want to do it tonight. I want to do. I want to go back to my first one, like the first year and a half online. I was Sherrick Durley, and I feel like it helped me book more.
Dude, I think if you start going by Duke, surely it'd be a lot.
Yeah, you're right. That's what everybody in high school and stuff called me. Yeah, junior high. And yep. You're right. Well, let's do it. I'll do it tonight. You know, if we get out to a mic, I don't know which one I'll go to because this is taped earlier today. We'll see. But yeah, I'm gonna do it.
I think we should mention we got lights. We look a little bit better.
Yeah, I think we
look better.
It looks less.
I think that's why we're like bombing at this podcast right now.
No.
We both feel it.
We're bombing it live,
but
you forget.
We feel good. We're like, oh man, we look nice. I think we should have something more to say.
No, I just like talking about comedy. What's been going on in comedy. No, we could talk about real life. I don't even fucking know what's going on with real life. But that's okay. Real life kind of sucks. That's why I do comedy.
We dug a bunch of dirt. We put a bunch of soil in the planter.
Real man work. I'm so fucking tired. That was good though. You feel good.
You were like, the entire time you were just saying, I should stop smoking cigarettes.
I should. They're so bad for you. You know, like if I...
And then what happened as soon as we got done doing the planter boxes?
I took a shower and got a pack of cigarettes.
You
and it was the best. I want to smoke one now. I'm ready for this 30-minute podcast to be over so I can suck another one down. But at least
you're like in a deficit from this morning. You're like, I got to catch out like 3 cigarettes.
It's like with you young guys with comedy, I'm in a deficit. I'm already starting out of the gate in 42 or whenever 2 years ago, so 43. I got to do way more mics than y'all to catch up with you. Funnier and you know,
have more time.
Or I just felt like that before I knew all y'all. I am, and I might die soon, or get Alzheimer's, which is worse because I'm a burden on everybody and don't even know it. So before that happens, I want to get as funny as I can get. Because life's short, and I don't give a shit about buying anything that
you'll probably but the thing is, if you lose your mind at the right moment,
it's perfect.
You might still be thinking you're a comedian. Like you lose your mind as you're doing comedy, and you'll just keep thinking you're a comedian, or maybe you'll revert back to the responsible person you were before. You know.
Or I would rather, if I did revert back to the responsible person, I would rather pretend I'm crazy and just do bits and sets at the asylum, or they don't call them that anymore, but
we need
the old folks' home. Yeah, we need asylums back.
We need asylums back.
Yeah, because the prisons, it
should be looked at as a bad word. You know, you have Batman, you think of asylum as like this crazy place, but
it's not Arkham Asylum or whatever.
It's supposed to be actually good for people who have. It would solve a lot of homeless issues.
Because I can tell you, the homeless now, even in Pensacola, I call them fancy homeless.
Yeah.
Like the homeless
They
people,
have cell phones.
they have cell phones, but they're mentally ill, most of them.
Yeah.
And the other half is
Are
in
drunk.
prisons, or in the prison system. I mean, I work at one of the biggest men's penitentiary, maximum security penitentiaries in the nation, and definitely the second biggest in Mississippi.
Oh,
And
yeah.
it's half guys that need to be
Need to be in a mental asylum.
Yeah, they call it like East Mississippi.
Do you feel like a lot of people who are they're being taken advantage of
Yeah.
because of their mental disorders, and you can tell?
Yep, and unless you bug a public defender who, look, it's not their fault. They're overworked, underpaid, like social workers. Their caseloads are like this. They're just drowning all the time. They can never catch up.
Can I ask you,
Sure.
do you feel like maybe some gang leaders take advantage of the dumber ones to get them to do the more violent stuff?
Yeah, for sure.
Do they use
or
them to do more violent
Yeah,
crimes?
they do. And the younger guys that obviously never had a father figure.
They're just looking at them as a dad.
They want approval. So they'll do whatever. The younger guys will do whatever. I'm just a little hot talking.
They don't
about
realize they have a whole life in front of them. They're
Right.
just thinking about do what the captain said.
And it's sad that exactly that mentality. Do what the captain said, so I can move up in the ranks. And then, you just got a lonely life. You realize when you get out of the pen, you can't assimilate into regular society, so you just get put back in because it's all you know.
Yeah.
The structure.
But what they should have been in maybe a mental
Oh
facility
yeah, I
in the
forgot what
first
you were talking
place.
about.
You
Yeah,
know?
they should have been. Yeah, they're just they don't want to deal
They
with
just
them.
put them in the cycle of the.
Because they don't want to offend people by saying they're crazy. Yeah, it's money, and we don't want to hurt anybody's feelings by calling it an asylum or any other derogatory term, but let's call it what it is. Mental illness, and even at a whatever level, I'm not saying I got it, but it runs in our family. I'm just using mine to my benefit.
We should call them mental health facilities.
That's right, mental health. That would make people feel better about it.
Yeah, it's just help. It's not.
I might check into one then.
A mental health
seriously.
facility.
Yeah, mental health facility. That gives you like a little more hope.
Yeah.
And it makes it sound like I could just drop by and leave anytime I wanted. They probably won't put me in a straitjacket.
Yeah.
If I tell funny jokes.
Yeah. I could get out of help.
Anytime I want, I can get out. Yeah, I can call a friend, then you realize you just had like a piece of like human feces you thought was a phone, it's like a worse Shutter Island. It's like I never had a phone to begin with.
It was just a bar soap.
I was in there the whole time. Yeah, bar soap. The feces turns into bar soap. Yeah. Good. That's a good ending.
Sorry.
I want to film it. That's a lot cleaner.
Yeah.
I felt gypped by Shutter Island. I'd say it was good.
I never watched it.
There's no replay value, and I just ruined it. Sorry. Spoiler alert, I ruined a 2009 or 2008 movie. But yeah, once you realize he's crazy, they did that ending. It's kind of like Sixth Sense or, M. Night Shyamalan, Ding Dong, I don't know. He's good. He's got good films. But I like the Signs. There was no twist ending in it, How do you feel? What's your favorite M. Night Shyamalan movie?
I don't know.
Inquiring minds want to know.
No, tell me different M. Night Shyamalan movies.
Unbreakable with Bruce Willis and
Lay down.
Samuel Jackson. That's one of mine because it was like comic book stuff. Split later on with James McAvoy, Bruce Willis, and Samuel L. Jackson. You need to do some homework. It's good. You would enjoy it, both of y'all. Signs with Joaquin Phoenix and Mel Gibson. Also Sixth Sense with Bruce Willis and a young Haley Joel Osment. Also The Lady in the Water kind of sucked, but it's got Paul Giamatti. And a new one is called, I think, I don't know, the kids go, it's got the mom, you'd recognize it from, she's a comedic actress, but they go stay with their grandparents, and this came out a few years ago. And the grandparents, it's like it's not them. They're kind of weird and fucked up. It's like a horror movie. You don't watch horror, do you?
No, I don't watch
That's
horror
why
movies,
you hadn't seen. Well, some of these are adventure and sci-fi. I'll pick you out some good ones. But yeah, usually they have twist endings. But some of these I'm mentioning don't. What about the Woods or something with Bryce Dallas Howard plays the blind girl? It's a horror movie, so you never seen it. But it's good. Anyway, we'll move on. I'm trying to explain horror movies. Anyway, that's all right. I don't watch them anymore. There's no good movies anymore. It's just like a rehash of the same shit that didn't work last year.
people just keep redoing the same movies.
I know.
How many It's are there?
Too many. Too many. I know.
How many times are you going to go Fast and Furious?
Too fucking many on that. And look, it's gotten like, I don't know, it's subjective. If you take
They knew they were like, this is getting too old when they chopped off the 2 on there. There was 2 Fast and Furious, and then there was like Fast Furious 9.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
like,
Now there's that. Now they should just call it. The PR people should just go, we're not even fucking. We don't even.
They just call it Furious movies.
Yeah, cash grab part 2. We're not even giving you a reach around anymore. We just want your money.
Yeah, cars. With cars.
Yes, with cars. With. I almost said hard R's with cars, but I'm not gonna do that. That does rhyme better than the actual word. Hard R's with cars, part 1. I think everybody would be in.
A lot of white guys with Supras.
And am I sadder because I'm jealous? I'm picturing their Supras. I would know I would look like a douche, but that's the era I'm from, like the old Supra, like, you know. But yeah, those guys with underlights and they wear their sunglasses around their neck at night. Anyway, I'll stop. But yeah, I hate to generalize people based on a look, but not every pirate had a fucking parrot on his shoulder, but at some point one did, because that's how all pirates are portrayed now.
Yeah,
how do you
exactly.
feel about that? You play pirate games. What's the new one?
Dude, how many amputees had peg legs, you know?
I know.
Like,
it really, yeah. Was it that
some
many?
captain
At
had
some
a peg
point,
leg, right?
yeah. And a hook hand, and a fucking parrot on his shoulder, and a patch on his eye.
It had to have been like, you couldn't find one guy like that, but
No.
there was a guy like all those different things. Like
Yeah.
he had everything in just a hook hand, you know.
It's just an amalgamation of like 4 of those guys.
Yeah, into a captain.
Yeah, I like it. That's good. That's how they all look now in like print media and.
Like, I could definitely see like some weirdo in the pirate ship having a parrot. Imagine like JP's, a bunch of JP's.
He looks like a
Somebody's
cool
gonna have a freaking parrot.
He's living the life now, sailing the open sea.
Oh, he's in the Keys right now.
JP's in the Keys. I almost caught him when I took my kids to the Keys, but I was just getting there and he was just leaving, or we just missed each other.
Yeah.
But really miss you, JP. I know you're not watching this, but maybe one day you'll see it in like 4 years on accident. And love you. We saw your sister and her fiance last night after comedy.
Awesome.
It was fun.
It was good.
Fun. Good looking kids. They'll make some good babies, I bet. And
yeah.
I'm not being sarcastic. I like when people are in love. You and your wife have a great relationship. Not being ironic or sarcastic. It's great, man. It's great. I root for people for comedy. I root for people in comedy who do well. And people in relationships, I'm rooting for them. Like, I really like it. It makes me feel good.
You want to be in a relationship.
I want to be in love so bad, but I'm not going to rush it. You know, I don't even know if that's possible for me. Maybe it's me. I don't think so.
You're going to want to be in love.
I don't want to be. I do, but yeah, I don't want to be right now. I don't want to be right now. But I just want to make some comedy. But gosh, I know some gals I could fall in love with. They're real pretty and they smell real nice.
Yeah, all of them have dark hair. Why is it? What's with the dark hair?
And dark skin.
Dark curly hair.
I know, but I don't have a type. You know, my exes all just looked like a Benetton ad. No, it's like white, Asian, black. I don't care. Yeah. Whatever. You know, a good person. But yeah.
Good person. That's probably a good first thing to look for.
Right. You don't want
and a fat ass.
A fat ass.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right next to don't have like a vapid, dead behind the eyes, no soul. Like, but right. Number 2 is a fat ass. I'm being honest. No sarcasm again.
No
like
crazy eyes.
No
crazy eyes.
Oof, like I have. Yeah.
It's you like don't have crazy eyes. We can see like the outside of your like. You can't see the outside of your like. Retina.
Bro, I don't even know. I'm a nurse and I don't know.
Pupil's the middle. Retina. No, retina's the middle.
Retina's the actual lens inside. So I think it's the iris is the cold part.
Yeah,
the iris.
You can like if you can see like the entire iris.
Then you know. Yeah. And it's like me. I looked at my podcast the other day from Lafayette, and it was fun and good and all, but I looked like a crazy man. My eyes are like this, the fucking whole, and I'm such a double standard. I don't want girls that have crazy eyes, and I have them. It's like I don't like a girl that smokes, and I smoke. How much of a what a douche I am. I'm gonna quit smoking.
It's like you want someone to shave, and you be.
It is.
Having the bush is the biggest.
The bush. It's like one time Carson Taylor did a bit and he only did it once, but I thought it was so funny. He said, when I get, and I'm fucking it all up, but he was like, when he get, his pubes look like a 50s doo-wop singer when he gets out of the shower, and I could totally relate to that.
My God.
I'm not dating anybody. I mean,
what's a 50 doo-wop singer look like?
It's like a Morrissey from the Smiths. It's like a pompadour, maybe Rick Astley, Elvis kind of. Just it's real big and dramatic and like wet. The wet look, grease lightning, yeah, like a greaser, like Pony Boy, Stay Golden, Pony Boy. What movie was that? The Outsiders.
Or Step Brothers.
Step Brothers. Yeah, he says it in that.
He says that after
Stay Golden, Pony Boy.
Mama's gotta pee.
That holds up every time. Me and my son laugh our balls off. I showed him Ace Ventura. This was probably like a few months ago, and they'd never seen it, and he about pissed his pants.
Really?
Yeah. It doesn't.
All the old ones are good.
They are. I mean, there's some definitely some stuff in the Ace Ventura disclaimer that does not hold up. Not PC at all. But for the most part, the physical gags and whatever. Anyway, I don't have to be all virtuous, but it for the most part it does. And to a kid who doesn't care about it.
And doesn't get the innuendos either. There's a few innuendos in the Ace Ventura.
It's a little more subtle than what is the Scary Movie 2, which my son also loves and been watching since he was a kid. I just realized, like, he didn't know, thank God, there's a scene where they just blast cum and it like shoots the girl against the wall. I'm like, yeah, I'm letting my 7-year-old watch a cum blast, and what kind of sad dad am I? But
this is good film.
Yeah, he's trying. This is cinema, son. This is cinema.
This is what we call classics.
That's right. Those are called practical effects. There's no CGI in that cum blast. Did you notice that, son? It's practical effects. They're coming back. They used real cum for that scene.
I actually watched a documentary about it. They did this.
I thought you really watched. I was like, you watched the cum
documentary? And water.
Yes, it's true. You can taste it here. There's some right now.
Well, I'll make you a batch when we get back home, son.
Every dad and son should make fake cum together.
And blast each other.
Blast each other. It's like
just recreate film.
I picture it tasting like the sweetened condensed milk they put on my snow cones.
Oh.
Yeah, it looks. We used to ride our bikes to. It was called Carter Snowballs. Shout out Carter Snowballs in Quitman, Mississippi. If you're still there. We used to call it Carter Jizz, like each other when we were like 8 or 9 years old. Yeah, you get Carter Jizz on your blueberry, and I'm gonna get a rainbow.
I bet y'all would take that. All the gay stuff.
The sweet condensed milk dripping down our. Yeah, we were little.
Dripping down your waist.
We were little edgelords, like making jokes about the sweetened condensed milk on our snowballs looking like cum.
And then calling each other gay.
Yeah, they call you bag. You're really into that snow cone bag. I know. I'm from Mississippi. I got a free pass. It's all about intent. I don't mean any harm. I don't have to tell you guys that I'm friends with more LGBTQ plus than non. But I'm just virtue signaling me telling you that. So it's. Whatever.
You know some black people too?
That means I have one black friend and an Asian guy that really does good on our lawn. I'm just kidding. I have a lot of
Vietnamese person.
Oh my God, you're right. My underwear longer than my damn pants. I didn't know I was going to be on TV tonight. This is great. Sorry. Sorry for people that are watching, and I really mean it. I love y'all. Please keep liking and subscribing. I didn't know you have to.
Please keep liking and subscribing. Y'all are commenting. Y'all are watching our little clips and stuff. We really appreciate it.
My heart feel happy to just have anybody want to spend 5 minutes with a loser like me and a funny guy like this. What do you think? I'm happy. I'm grateful. What about you, Charlie? I'm just kidding.
They're just hungry. They're like, please read me. I will scream at you.
That's right. I thought he liked me. I could feel the energy is palpable in the room, huh?
Yeah.
It's good. It's good. Creative.
We're so creative.
Sounds like I'm about to give this dog a hand job, which I'm not. No, I'm just kidding. We can cut that out.
It's okay. That's a good place to end the podcast.
Good. Dogs, hand jobs. I would never do that. Hey, it's been real. Signing out. This is James Derek Shirley.
This is Lamar DeFore.
And this show is called 7 Degrees of Funny, motherfuckers. Boom. Podcast. Yes, that's important. Podcast. Boom.
I don't know if we have to. We should say podcast.
Podcast. That's good. I like podcast. And then, yeah, we can just cut the sound like they did on all the '90s shows where we're just talking to each other with the sound cut up. I don't know if you can do that. Yeah, have music behind it, you know. Like, yeah. One day we can dim the lights and it's just us talking to each other like after a show.